talking about, this is the program that I created. I brought it to Leavenworth via Carrie, and this is the end of our teacher training, so this is really special that we get to share a class with you. This is our last hour. So today we're going to focus on some of the sequences and the moves that we studied for day 3. So I'm going to give you guys a progression. There will be some beginner, intermediate, and then advanced options. I want you to just enjoy the show if there's something you don't feel comfortable doing, because we want to have maximum fun and also play safely together. I call it aerial yoga play because I want to really give you a chance to explore the swing and really get a feel for playing in your body, instead of feeling like there's pressure and how to do this right, like am I doing it right? There is no right, there's just something that feels good and something that doesn't feel good, okay? So just kind of focus on it feeling good for today. We are going to put pressure on both the underarms and the inner thighs, which are sensitive parts of the body. So if it's sensitive, know that you're in the right place, and I'll give you some adjustments you can do to make it a little bit easier for beginners, okay? I first want to introduce you to the equipment. This is the yoga swing. It stretches out. It's super comfy. It expands. It's really fun. We're going to get into it and do a cocoon at the end, a nice long shavasana. We were doing flips, so I'm going to unflip mine. You also have daisy chains hanging from the ceiling. 2 sets of carabiners, 4 carabiners total. We have handholds at the top that we may or may not use for today. Just know that's where the handholds are. Okay? And then these are the leg loops. So the leg loops are also super stretchy and expand. So there's lots of variations. If you happen to have, that one you're going to bring up, yeah. If you happen to have a shoulder injury, a neck injury, lower back injury, please do tell me and we'll make adjustments for you. So Carrie, after you're done there, I'd like for you to bring this swing down one, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to put the swing behind our back, underneath our arms. Okay, Carrie comes in very handy. She's standing.
Yes, she is nice and tall.
So when we put it behind our back, it's going to sit right behind our heart. Okay? So the swing is really stretchy. You can hold onto it and then just sink back and come down into a seated position. Great. That's perfect. Sumo squat, we call this one. Let's just hold on to our leg loops so they don't pop around on us. So we're going to hold those in our hands. And then just shift gently from side to side. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. See if you can create some space there. That's great. Deepen in your hip flexor, so walk your feet forward a little bit more, like you're in a chair. Perfect. A nice V shape in the body. That's great, everybody. That looks really good. So you'll notice that there's a little bit of tension under the arms, right? You're holding yourself up by your armpits. It's a very unusual position. But you will get used to that feeling. And I'm going to show you how to relieve tension. If you ever feel like numbness or tingling down your arms, you're just going to lean back. You can keep your legs wide. Just lean back and open your arms. So shake your hands out a little bit if they tend to bother you. And then if you really want to relax, you can clasp your hands behind your head and come into chillaxing pose. These are chillaxing arms. So you can twist a little bit from side to side here and come into the supported back bend. Just let it feel good. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, come back into your sumo squat. Okay, we'll revisit that a few times. I just want to immediately show you. I'll know if your arms are starting to bug you when you press back, that you're not just ignoring me, that you're actually taking care of your upper body, okay? So let's test out our leg loops before we go any further. So we're going to walk our feet a little closer together with both hands wrapped around the swing. This is our anchor, so we always want to make sure that we're hooked. So don't do this. This is a tendency that people have, and then we'll slide out. So make sure you stay arms wrapped around the swing, grab for the leg loop with both hands, and then pull it down enough to get it behind the knee. You're going to use a little bit of oomph there. Great. That looks great, everybody. Second side, both hands pull down, get that behind the knee, and then you're going to let yourself hang. Awesome. This is the full chillaxing pose. Okay, so we're not at the ankles, we're at the knees. Really good. Does that feel good, everybody? So that's about right. You could bring your leg loops down one. Okay? So we don't want them higher than the boobs. Like I wouldn't bring mine up any higher. We've been bringing them up and down if we're doing different tricks. But this is pretty much the maximum. You can bring them lower, but I wouldn't bring them higher, anybody, okay? So if you find that some of the poses are a little bit challenging for you, we can bring the legs loops down one. It makes it a little easier. Since we're in chillaxing pose, let's just hang out here. Arms open wide. Keep your hips heavy. Clasp your hands behind your head and lean back. Nice deep breath. Really good. Just enjoy this sensation of floating. Okay? So if the air is on, I prefer to turn it off. I really don't want the air conditioning on, so just go ahead and turn that off and we can open the door if we need some air. Thank you so much. I'm slightly allergic to air conditioning, so I'll start getting the sniffles. Okay, so we're going to get into a little bit of a swagger. So that means we're going to sway from side to side, press one knee down into the leg loops, and then the other knee down, and we'll gently rock. There you go. Keep the hips heavy and the heart pointed up towards the sky, the head resting back into your hands, elbows out wide. Does that feel good, everybody?
Yeah.
So this is our #1 hangout awesome pose. This is a crowd favorite, always. Chillax. And anybody can do this. You can be 80 years old or 5 years old, you can come into chillaxing. So this is going to be our go-to pose. If we ever need a break, just let me know. This is a nice little intimate setting so we can interact with one another. You can ask me questions. You can let me know if you just want to chill and come back into this position. So we're going to come back through wide arms. I call this T arms. Drop your hips a lot. Okay, we're in the sitting position now. We're going to inhale here. Exhale, wrap your arms around the leg loops and just pull them in. Rest your forehead. Just let this be, again, a restorative pose. This is called floating child. Just let it feel good to hang your hips down towards the earth. Just let them drop. And then we're going to inhale and blossom. So watch out for your neighbor. Just make sure everybody has plenty of room to straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Hips have to stay really heavy. There's a tendency to lift. Drop your hips, drop your hips. And then sink your heart up towards the sky and head back. This is called starfish. From starfish, we're just going to exhale and sit back down. Awesome. Good. Let's try piecing those three together one more time. Inhale, T. Exhale, child's. Wrap around, pull in. Take a nice deep breath here. Inhale, blossom up and star. Let that feel good to be supported in a back bend. Exhale, just sit back down. Awesome. Does that feel good? Okay, let's just do that one more time. Inhale, T. Exhale, child. Pull everything in towards center. Inhale, blossom. Open up. There we go. All right, from here, I'm just going to sit back down. Watch me for one breath. I'm going to straighten from starfish. I'm going to straighten my legs out. Wrap my hands in front of my swing. Bend the elbows and lean back. Namaste. So give it a try. If you have somebody behind you, we're going to stack like Legos. So it means your legs are going to be right in between their upper body. Yeah, that's it. And press your hips up and lean back into Namaste. Beautiful. Reverse Namaste. Sit down. Exhale. Open up the arms. Take a breath here. Let's try that one more time. Inhaling here. Exhale, child. Squeeze in. Now blossom open, starfish. Inhaling. Open up your hands in a gesture of receptivity. And then exhale, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the hands together, bend the elbows so you're at prayer in front of the heart, and then reach up and back. Press the hips up, lean back. Namaste. Exhale, sit back down to the middle. Beautiful. So let's do a little bit more since we're here. Normally I do some stuff on the floor, so make sure your knees aren't falling asleep. We'll go a little further. So we're going to open up our arms wide, hold onto your anchor, reach forward toward your leg loops. So forward towards me, grab your leg loops as high as you can. So take a breath, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. It's like a form of child. And then we're going to inhale and open. Open your hips, pull forward. There we go. There are our hips. Exhale, sit back down, squeeze. Inhale, open and pull. Bicep curl. Very good. Reach up a little bit higher if you have some room. There you go. Exhale, squeeze. One more time. Open up the hips, straighten the legs if you can. Let's stay here if this is enough. If you want to do some strengthening, press. Press away. This is called hummingbird. You might start shaking. Ready? Some straddle splits. Don't go too far. Just enough for it to feel good. And then exhale, come back down. Really good. So I'm going to show you guys how to come into from there into our skydiver. We're going to inhale, open the legs, pull ourselves forward. You have to keep your arms around your swing, but get them in front of the leg loops. So see if you can do that. There you go. Keep leaning forward, bend your knees, feet together. Skydiver. I'm not going to let you fall. Feet together if you can. Press the hips forward. Awesome. Beautiful, guys. Whee. Bend a little from side to side. Just gentle little micro movements. Steering. Nice. And then bend the elbows. Go ahead and come back into chillaxing if you want to take a break. So this is flying butterfly. It's the last pose that we'll do here, and then we're going to come back down. Nice deep breath. To come out of it, you're going to sink your hips back, bring your feet towards the floor, and then pull with your arms so your upper body will sink back into chillaxing. The swing will catch you. Beautiful, guys. Come into the full chillaxing pose. Just drop your hips. Let yourself swing from side to side. So the air conditioning is definitely off?
Yeah, it's just a fan.
Oh.
Because there's no air conditioning. It just says it's 70 degrees in here. There's no air conditioning on.
Can you turn it off? I don't know. Okay.
It's just a fan.
It wasn't on before, but yeah, I don't put it on.
It's not air conditioning.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't get it. I'd like it to be off, though.
The noise?
Yeah. Thank you.
I don't even know if it's in our control.
So we're going to take the leg loops. So one leg loop with both hands. We're going to reverse and come back down to stand. Okay. Second side. Let yourself sit. Don't stand up here. Let yourself sit. Sink down. Come into sumo squat again. Okay. Our leg loops are in the right position. Fully tested. Okay. So sway it out a little bit. We're going to come into some twists. We can hold on to these. So if you find them bopping, just hold on to them like little marionette hands. We're going to press back, and then we'll all go to the left. Let's try to synchronize, okay? Pressing back, and then to the left. Exhale back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. We're like swimming from side to side, right? Just let that feel good. Just get used to the pendulum swing and the harmonic motion. Beautiful. Don't worry too much about the position of the feet. Just make sure they're wide enough so that the knee is tracking over the ankle. So you might want to be a little bit wider. There we go. Beautiful. And now we're going to stay back. Stay back. Releasing arms again, right? So we have our eagle wings or chillaxing arms. If you want to come arms overhead, you can try a big back bend. Awesome. Exhale, bring your arms back down when you're ready. Heel toe the feet together. Let's try that one more time with straight legs. Inhaling, press all the way back. Lift the hips, arms come up overhead. Just take a nice deep breath. Exhale, we're going to swing the arms down, bend the knees, and let ourselves just pendulum swing forward. And then back. Good. Arms swing overhead. And then exhale, pendulum swing forward, just bend the knees. And back. Good. Now I'm going to change position so we can swim together. That way it makes more sense. Okay, I'm going to meet you here. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and come forward. And then exhale, press back. We're going to go a little bit further this time, okay? So we're going to exhale, bend the knees, come all the way forward, press into angel wings. So hips come forward. Turn your thumbs up towards the sky. Lift the chest, and then exhale, bend the knees. Pendulum swing all the way back. Beautiful, guys. Nice. Exhaling, come forward. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. And inhaling all the way arms overhead. Exhale, just come down, bend your knees. We're going to walk our feet back just a little bit. Forearm press with our arms into the swing. Come into camel. Okay, supported camel. So make sure you can lift your hips, so you might have to wiggle your feet back a little bit more. So the forearm press, so hands are kind of at your forehead, maybe a little bit higher. And then we're going to press to lift the heart. Support the back to go a little bit deeper. You might be able to press so much that you can actually lift the knees. Wherever you are, let it feel good. If that's too much on the neck, take it easy. You can just drop down into hero's pose, which is like sitting on your toes. Okay, if you can go a little further, inhale, lift one more time.